As a Tacoma resident, I myself was honestly not fully clear about what happened to the water, runoff when it hits the ground. And so just realizing that and understanding what we can do to prevent waste and contamination in our local waterways is going to help a lot. And I know that it's really enlightened myself as well.
Environmental Services is a human health organization. We're here to make sure that the city of Tacoma and the residents, community members all stay healthy. We pick up the garbage, we take care of sewer waste and wastewater, and so we're here to protect the whole community. Most people didn't know that stormwater isn't treated in Tacoma, and so that was sort of our mission. Like, how do we change that? How do we let people know that leaving garbage on the ground just isn't okay?
There's over 23,000 catch basins in the city of Tacoma. And so our sewer transmission team, they do a great job. They have a maintenance program where they're starting at one part of the system and cleaning and maintaining those systems. But during heavy rains, we can't maintain those systems because there's just too much volume. Basically, anything that's left in the roadway, a ditch, that can migrate into those systems, those are our pollutants that we're trying to mitigate and capture. There's a lot of little components that equate to big problems.
We found ourselves working on a project with the Tacoma Tree Foundation. We were helping tell their story and document a bit about the work that they were doing for a greening project in Tacoma. And that project, I believe, got in front of the desk of the folks at Environmental Services Department in the city.
And so we had reached out to them and kind of shared what our concept was, and if it was something that they can help support and collaborate with us.
Which was such an awesome honor for us, because these are the projects that we care about so much, and to know that other organizations or the city recognizes that and wants to work with us for that reason, it just means a lot to us.
Environmental Services is doing a really amazing job in connecting with the community through artists. They have a really important mission, and like, how do you get people's attention or educate folks kind of outside of atmospheres that feel very educational or sterile? When they came to us, it really was, we want to take this to the next level. We want to see how we can empower other sorts of artists to tell the story and educate people with, if it hits the ground, it hits the sound.
Understanding the concept that what goes on the ground here in Tacoma affects the Puget Sound and affects our ecosystems. We wanted it to come across in a way that was really eye-catching. So we developed sort of almost a punk rock look to it, something that almost felt DIY or something you would see at a concert event or a show.
Back then, I was in my room.
What does a film festival look like? How do you build it from scratch? Like, what can it look like? It took time. We connected with the Environmental Services team and really talked about, like, what can this year look like? How can we promote things in a way that's not just through digital media, but how do we actually have people gather around the cause, and share space? Because that's where the real magic happens, right? You can see it online and that can resonate with you, but have the opportunity to connect with other people, that's where you get to see, people really connect.
A group of Tacomans, the city, banded together to save this building. And now we have an opportunity to partner once again with the city, as well as Foster's Creative, to, in essence, put the spotlight on and put forth the effort to save the water that forms so much of the economic and recreation activity that occurs in Tacoma. Many people call the Seaport sort of the central hub of the Waterway campus. And we take it very seriously, the responsibility or the obligation that we have to help draw people's attention to the water.
We all care about this environment and we all can do something. more and more people started coming to us kind of saying, well, what can we do? How can we help? And so we've had collaborations with Tacoma School District. We've had collaborations with Federal Way, Eatonville. We've presented at a conference. We're going to present at another conference in the spring this year. And when we interact with the state stormwater folks and others, like, people are just like, hey, I like this. How can we do something similar? How can we continue this message? How can we put up murals? How can we engage the community? How can we let them be a part of this and let them know how they can help?
You know, they're really working to make this thing possible because it takes resources to do good. They are finding ways to make this actually happen in practical ways. And it's exciting to see how they've participated and collaborated. They are very active in the middle of this as well. That's been just like humbling to see and something that I think a lot of people don't realize. It's kind of special.
Thank you guys so much for coming out.